The fire burned actively throughout the night. Visible from the beach at Apgar Village, it's burning along this ridge. Just as fast as that snow fell, it melted. Meteorologists tell me it's not unusual to see snow in higher elevations in August. And though it won't have much of an impact on the fires, the rain will. 3 helicopters are attacking the fire. And as you can see behind me, this is Thompson River. They're filling up their buckets right here. The event of a wildfire is very probable. The conditions are very ripe. There's room for 92 people here at the emergency shelter. Park rangers have set up a roadblock and no further traffic is allowed up the road. Fire managers are treating any report of smoke with heavy-handed response. Drivers are asked to slow down and watch for fire traffic. 21 fires are burning in the Kootenai National Forest. The Davis fire, the largest of them, tripled in size overnight. With the fire danger level being hiked up to extreme, fire managers are asking that you do your part to help prevent wildfire. I'm about 3 miles north of Lake McDonald Lodge. Behind me, you can see the upper Lake McDonald Trail system. Crews taking advantage of the cooler weather to put structure protection in place at Lake McDonald Lodge and along the road as that hot, dry weather is expected to return. Fire managers tell me a lot goes into whether they decide to reopen the road. They feel it's safe for limited access by shuttle bus only. The scoopers are on loan from Canada through the Northwest Compact Agreement. Fire managers tell me they've been extremely resourceful in working the Howe Ridge fire. A Type 2 incident management team has assumed command of the Rogers Mountain Lazier Creek 3 fire. The team is led by Incident Commander John Thompson, who says it's their first deployment of the season. He says weather is going to play a critical role in the 14-day mission.
Our hope is that we can get a handle on a couple of these fires before the weather does change, because that hot, dry weather is really going to change things quickly. And so we're trying to look at the critical pieces of each fire and try to get those pieces, what we would call buttoned in and tucked in, so that they're not a problem when the weather does change. 60
firefighters have set up a spike camp at the Bend Guard Station, about 200 yards from the wildfire, where the Lazier Creek 3 fire has grown to 1,300 acres and is threatening structures. 3 helicopters are attacking the fire, and as you can see behind me, this is Thompson River. They're filling up their buckets right here. The area is evacuated as resources are working to hold an improved fire line. Jackson Brittner from Missoula is assisting as a Type 2 fuel tender. He says his biggest concern isn't being out on the front lines, but wind change.
If the wind switches in a valley or something like that, it can turn the fire backwards and chase you out of there real quick. We could be sitting right here and the wind could swirl and it could come over the ridge top and run through camp, and we'd all have to evacuate and leave all of our stuff here.
The hot and dry weather is expected to return Wednesday with little moisture in sight. From Bend Guard Station, Nicole Miller, MTN News. Just as fast as that snow fell, it melted. Meteorologists tell me it's not unusual to see snow in higher elevations in August. And though it won't have much of an impact on the fires, the rain will.
Snow is going to have much less impact just because of the elevation it was. The rain that we got overnight will have a much bigger impact.
National Weather Service incident meteorologist Bob Tobin says a low-pressure system that brought rain and cooler weather will help, but it's not going to put the fires out.
The rain that we got, the cooler temperatures, the higher relative humidities, that's all going to slow the fire behavior down, but we're a long way from being done with fire season.
Strong wind gusts at Apgar Beach Monday. Whitecaps actually can be seen over the lake. Tobin says through the week, temperatures will warm slightly, but will stay below what normal temperatures would be.
And we're going to have some very chilly morning temperatures the next couple of nights, so if people need to cover their vegetable gardens, I would do it, because we'll probably see some localized frost in the area too.
Tobin says the cooler weather also cleared the smoke.
These cold, low pressure systems that come in just clear out the atmosphere really well. So we'll have a couple of days of fairly good air quality, and then we'll have to just see how it goes for the next 3 or 4 days after that.
The park remains under Stage 2 fire restrictions. In Glacier National Park, Cole Miller, MTN News.